Hadaya remains the lone unaccounted victim from the tragedy that happened 1 month ago Saturday.
Good morning, everyone.
Her brother Ike says the waiting game is a little tough.
It's long. It's been a month now. And that's a little too much for my parents a month, you know. 1 week, 2 weeks. If you told me it was going to be 2 weeks, I would have told you you're crazy.
While the wait can be agonizing, Ike tells CBS 4 News in Miami he takes comfort knowing his sister is in heaven.
I know my sister's in the right place right now. And I know she went out on top. And I know she's going to be fine. And I know, especially with this weight, Zol's totally pure now, and she's going to just go straight up.
The Hadayas are Jewish, and Ike says according to Jewish law, you can't have a funeral until the remains are found, so the wait continues. From the USA Radio News Florida Bureau, I'm Mike Fortier.
And you're listening to USA Radio News.
At the American Veterinary Medical Association Annual Convention in Washington, D.C., I spoke with Dr. John Howe, AVMA President, about One Health.
One Health is really a collaboration between physicians and veterinarians and public health officials. For example, in Minnesota, our state public health veterinarian deals with zoonotic diseases, rabies, for example. Animals are sentinels for humans, and humans are sentinels for some infections in animals.
There's more valuable information at avma.org.
A known gang member previously convicted of attempting to smuggle migrants into the U.S. was arrested on the southern border this week as Border Patrol agents continue to deal with increased illegal border crossings. Tom Homan says that along with that increase in people comes an increase of criminals and gang members. The former acting ICE director tells Fox News that some gang members blend in with family units to ensure that they get released.
And they know that 40%, 4 out of 10 border patrols are no longer in line because they're dealing with humanitarian crisis. So they're taking a risk of making entry. So if they caught that many, how many didn't they catch? How many of that 300,000, where criminals got away? And look, and criminals and gang members also embed themselves into this as a child, as a part of a family unit, because when we did Operation Matador, when I was life director, we did Operation Matador in New York City and Long Island. We arrested 475 gang members, mostly MS-13. And guess what? 42% of them, 42% enter this country as an unaccompanied alien child or family group. So it's just not who we're aware of, it's just not who gets away. It's about these family groups you may see. They're not what people always think they are. Many of them are gang members and criminals. And 42% of gang members is a high number. And they'll bend themselves to these groups to get released.
And for USA Radio News, I'm Dan Naraki.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVVF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests. Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro News, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. Today is the 25th of July here, and it's a cloudy Sunday morning. We're expecting some rain today. Hopefully it doesn't get washed out, because today could be a potentially exciting day for me. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. But hopefully it does not get rained out today. Don. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Joe.
How are you?
Joey.
How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for today.
Oh,
hopefully,
yeah. That'll be a good opportunity for you.
Hopefully it does not get rained out. What I'm talking about, let's just talk about it now. What I'm talking about is there is a softball event in Quincy, Massachusetts that I have been invited to do commentary on. So that is exciting. I want to thank Ed, our friend Ed, for giving us this opportunity. And hopefully it doesn't get rained out this morning. This evening. There is some rain in the forecast, but
I'm sure
we'll talk about that in a minute.
I'm sure they have makeup time anyway. If that
Yeah,
game
I
gets
think they'll have a
canceled.
makeup time in hand.
Yeah, you'll probably have midweek or whatnot, but that'd be good. You did that with Ed Rand a few years ago.
I did football with Ed Rand, yes.
Yeah, the Middleboro game. So you did a pretty good job on that. I remember that day because you did the commentary, and then you came in and you played that particular. You came in and you played that particular game because Tony did it live. It was 2 games, right? So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So that was good. I mean, you got your feet wet doing that, right?
Yes, so an exciting opportunity for this evening, potentially, and a softball game. And
Well, sports is you're really good at the sports.
I am. I'm very good at sports.
Yeah.
Talking about sports, I'm definitely
That's
very
definitely
good
your
at that,
wheelhouse, and I think by talking about sports, you improved in other aspects too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's just put your time in. It's like anybody.
Yeah. All right, weather. Let's check out the weather. There is rain in the forecast today. Down here in Middleboro and Taunton, it's going to be off and on. 74 degrees with a high today. 68 right now currently. 89 tomorrow, so it'll shoot back up to 89 for the high tomorrow, which should
Middleboro?
be good. Yes,
Middleboro,
for Middleboro, yes. And Tuesday it'll be 90. In Taunton, 66 degrees currently, 74 for the high. Rain in the forecast. 90 degrees tomorrow and on Tuesday. Driscoll, North Dakota, 58 degrees currently. 95. Let me say that again. 95.
In Driscoll, North Dakota.
Yes, in Driscoll, North Dakota.
You could throw a rock
For
at
the
the
high.
North Pole from there.
For the high today.
Oh my God.
99 tomorrow, so it will be
Oh my
hot.
God. In North Dakota, it's gonna be 99 degrees.
In North Dakota, it will be 99 degrees.
Something's off. Oh my God, I never heard that before.
It may be the
You sure you're not get the Texas?
It could be that heat wave that is
What, been hanging around for?
that was
a month
hanging
already?
around in the Pacific. It could
That's unheard of.
have been moved. Could have moved on to a different part of the country now.
Wow, it's like, I swear to God, you get them mixed up, between Texas
99
and
degrees.
North Dakota, huh?
Yeah, that is unheard of.
Wow.
In Driscoll, Texas, it is currently foggy outside, 74 degrees, 97 for the high, 97 tomorrow, mostly in the mid-90s, which is normal for this part of the summer in Driscoll, Texas. All right, so 7:12 a.m. We have a good show planned for you today. We'll talk about different events going on in Middleboro. We'll talk about the Oliver Estate and their events. They have a ghost tour, and then they also have tours of the house itself throughout the summer. So we're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about some sports. We have some Little League sports to talk about. We have Olympics. What we're going to do with the Olympics is I'm going to give medal counts for certain countries every week. These countries will change. Just to mix it up a little bit. Well, that's what we'll do for our sports segment. There's not really much other sports going on currently. Like I had mentioned on Thursday, I believe, the Red Sox are currently on a AL East tour. A lot of their teams that they're going to face over the next couple of weeks are from their division. So these are a couple of very important weeks. So we'll talk about that too a little bit. But it's really the Olympics that is the big sports event going on right now, currently. Also the Seattle Kraken of the NHL. That's another event going on too. We'll talk a little bit about that. And also, if we have time, talk a little bit about some of the interesting things going on in Taunton. In Dighton and Raynham, there's some grant funding as well. And so we have a whole bunch of different things going on. I think there is some issues with the Facebook this morning, so we'll try to figure that out this morning. But yeah, we have a great show planned today. So let's start off with the Oliver Estate events, because the Oliver Estate is putting on a lot of great events currently. Every Wednesday and Saturday, they will have historic tours of the house and the gardens of the Oliver Estate. This event is part of the Passport to History program. It features museums and historic sites throughout New England. Tours for this event begin at noon p.m. to 4 p.m. The first tour begins at 12. The last tour will begin at 3 o'clock. Admission for the 1-hour tour is $5. That is taken at the door when you arrive. Reservations are recommended and can be made by visiting oliverestate.eventbrite. All proceeds are used to support historic venues. They have a Goodies in the Garden event. The dates for those is the next one is coming up on the 29th. There will be 2 seatings on each day. The first seating 1 p.m., the second 3 p.m. And then and also, what I want to mention with that is there is limited seating with tables for 4 people. And tickets are $15 per person. Again, you can get it at oliverestate.eventbrite.com, the tickets. And proceeds will go towards the upkeep of the Oliver House. And lastly, on August 7th, there will be a ghost tour of the house. So there will be 2 time slots available, 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. It's going to last about 2.5 hours. As you tour the house, your guide will provide the history of the estate. Equipment will be provided for you, so you don't have to get your own. For you to use as you walk through the house and hear accounts of the paranormal activity that has been experienced over the years there. Perhaps you will see or hear something yourself. This event is for anyone ages 9 and up. And tickets are $25 per person and can be purchased by visiting oliverestate.eventbrite.com. For questions, contact Middleboro Tourism at discovermiddleboro@gmail.com. Visit the Oliver Estate Facebook page at Oliver House MA on Facebook, or call 774-766-6335. The Oliver Estate is located at 445 Plymouth Street in Middleboro. So, so good events going on in Middleboro for the Oliver House. They also have all sorts of different things across the way at the park there that they have across 44. They have a park. They also have some great events going on. They usually do events there every year. Due to the pandemic, some of those events have been canceled. But I'm sure that they will return next year. Crazy Days has been canceled for 2021. There just wasn't enough time for them to map out what they wanted to do for Crazy Days this year because of the pandemic, the changing pandemic. Not enough people were vaccinated, and also the pandemic was still quite an issue for a while. And so it will be back next year in 2022. I have not heard anything about the 4-H fair. So I'm not sure if there will be a 4-H fair this year or if there won't be. I don't know. I believe so. I haven't heard anything saying that there won't be or there will be. But yeah, there are plenty of great events going on. Don, some thoughts?
Well, they're trying to get back into the swing of things best they can. And like you mentioned about Crazy Days, they need a year to plan that out by far. So that's why it's so successful. And I miss being at Crazy Days anyway because, VBF has always had a booth there, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that was always interesting. And get to talk to the people, local merchants and people of town. And it's exciting to have a radio station like in the middle of everything too, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, it was fun doing those kind of things at the Crazy Days event, having a booth there, people coming on, interviews and things like that. That's always a fun thing to do.
I remember in 2016 you were working for MacCam, some B footage and some interviews, and we went over to the tent and I'm not sure who we interviewed. We interviewed someone. Was it Ed? Maybe we interviewed somebody, right?
It might have been. I think it was Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you interviewed him, and I think that's you got to know everybody. I think you met Tony. I think Tony was there, and a few other people who worked with VBF at the time. So that was pretty exciting too, because you got a live broadcast going on in the middle of Center Street.
Yeah.
In downtown
Absolutely.
Middleboro. So that's about as ground zero as you get as far as Middleboro. Anyway, you think about it because we broadcast in downtown Taunton, where we are now, at 14 Church Green. That's pretty much downtown. And the closest you get to downtown as far as broadcasting is Crazy Days.
Yes.
So, you're broadcasting from, you have somebody here running the show over here, but
yeah.
You're still broadcasting. It's kind of exciting, I think. I don't know. It's the small things that I kind of get excited about.
It's fun, yeah. It's really fun to be out at a different location, not just the studio, just a different location doing shows as well. I think that's a fun thing.
Well,
to do.
Tony did a lot of before the pandemic hit. Especially Tony, he did a lot of off-site interviewing and whatnot, places and stuff. So I know you did a lot of remotes prior to the pandemic, so I can see that all coming back anyway. Hopefully the schedule will get back to normal for 22, and that would be good. We get back to business.
Yep. Hopefully, like I mentioned, hopefully there is a 4-H fair this year. I'm sure there will be.
It's a month off. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but
you see signs. I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen any signs.
I doubt it.
They do need a lot of time
They
to get. They need a lot of time to get that
I can't see
that
it
available
happening.
too. And really, the pandemic wasn't really corralled until really May. Really, I think we have it corralled pretty well now.
Well,
but
it seems like a lot of.
It
people...
seems like it seems like it's fine. It seems like things are getting back open, but
they are. But more people need to be vaccinated.
But more people do need to be vaccinated, and a lot of these events that need a lot of time to get ready didn't have a lot of time to get ready, so that they probably will not happen this year.
Yeah, you don't want to do it haphazardly. You want to do it right. So
there hasn't been anything that said that 4-H fair will not take place or will take place. So that's why I said I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe you can look into it a little.
I'll look into it.
I don't think so.
But I haven't seen anything yet. So I will. I'll look into it and see if I can find something. And we'll mention it next week. But I do not believe so because I don't see any signs.
Hey Joey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you like birdhouses? I
do. Yeah.
Well, if you ever drive down Route 201 in Moscow, Maine, there's a little something on the retaining wall that might interest people like birdhouses. It's a wood retaining wall on Route 201 in Moscow, Maine, and there's hundreds of birdhouses nailed to the wood retaining wall. There's nothing. It is really unique. If you go on YouTube or you go on the web and look it up, you just type in Moscow, Maine birdhouses, And there's so many different birdhouses that people come from all over the country to look at those birdhouses. I was in Moosehead last weekend because I missed the show, obviously, and we took 201 back, and we just got to see that. It's almost an eighth of a mile of birdhouses, different colors, all shapes and sizes. And I don't know how it really started, but it's a pilgrimage. You know what I mean? It's people come up and they get. I think I read a couple stories where the mother passed away, and the kids took her favorite birdhouse when they sold the house, and instead of keeping it for themselves, they took it up to Maine and put it on with all the other birdhouses. There's just stories and stories I like that. So it's interesting if you ever have a chance to read anything about the birdhouses, the birdhouse wall they call it in Moscow, Maine. I'm sorry. Read up on it. And there's some videos too that are just great. It's just heartwarming to see something like that. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere if you think about it.
Speaking of Moosehead Lake, I do want to talk about that with you next segment a little bit.
Okay.
So we got to take a quick commercial break. It's 7:25, so let's take a quick commercial break. You are listening to Middleboro Review, 99.7 FM, 1530 AM, WVBF, here at 14 Church Green in Taunton, Massachusetts. We'll be right back.
Any
Yeah, Paul Lazarovich just joined. Good morning, Paul.
asking who wants to be our guest next?
Paul, wondering if you wanted to call in next week, be our guest, or come into the studio next week, be our guest for the show next Sunday.
Our focus is to help veteran care facilities provide a warm meal, clothing, shelter, and guidance, or simply to say thank you and welcome home. We have members from nearly all 50 states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in our armed forces, with several serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a nonprofit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma2-2.org.
Hi, this is Ray Brown, inviting you to tune in to Talkin' Birds, a show about wild birds, birding, and conservation, right here on WVBF, broadcasting from the Taunton Federal Credit Union studios at 14 Church Green. Join us for informative interviews and fun information about birds and birding.
Look at that. It didn't take long from the
Saturday mornings
can,
at 8
huh?
and Sunday mornings at 9, here on
Whitewash, huh?
WVBF, AM 1530 and 99.7 FM.
Spark Street Auto Body, located at 48 Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car. They are a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies. You can reach them at 508-583-1495. They are open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and 8 to 4 on Fridays. Call them today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1495.
2, 3, enter. There we go.
Hi, this is Jim Larkin. Hope you can join me every Sunday from noon to 2 o'clock here on WVBF, The Sounds of the Emerald Isle. We'll have some great Irish music, some folk, traditional, country, and contemporary, and sometimes some live singers in the studio. And to make you laugh, some Irish comedy. That's Sundays from noon to 2 right here on WVBF, 1530 Taunton, Middleboro, and on the internet at hometowntalkradio.com.
All right, good morning. We're back here on the show. today is Saturday. Not Saturday. Sunday.
Sunday.
It's Sunday, not Saturday.
Sunday.
Not Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday, July 25th, 2021. The final Sunday of the month of July. Next week, August 1st, will be the next Sunday. It will be into the month of August. So, real quick before we move on here, other ways you can listen to the show that I didn't mention before. You can tune into TuneIn, 15:30 a.m. WVBF, and you'll find us on TuneIn. You will find us on YouTube with just searching up Middleboro in Review. It's all lowercase, and you'll find us there too. I have most of the shows uploaded. There's a few I haven't uploaded, but I'm working on it. And the Facebook page. Also, Middleboro in Review as well. And you'll find us on the Facebook page. And like the page and follow the page. And you will be notified when we go live every single Sunday or when there is a new post. Still trying to figure out a way how to do posts during the week. Of notifying people of events and things like that. Mostly we just post the show on the Facebook page, but pretty soon we'll have other posts like telling people about events and stuff. All right, Don.
Yes.
So you were not here last Sunday.
Toddy.
You were
pulled a Ferris Bueller day off.
Yeah, you were in a little place called Moosehead Lake. Tell us a little bit about that adventure.
Well, it's not too little, if you think about it. I think it's the biggest lake in New England. It was just a 3-day event with my good friends Patrick and Kevin. And we went up on Friday. Kevin was up there a day before. He found a little campsite called Cohen's Cove East. And you can only get to it by boat. So I guess he went the day before. He came in on Thursday, and he brought his dog Thor, golden retriever. He's a bundle of energy per se, but he's great to have around. Kevin set up the tent, set up the campsite, found it, and we came in on the east side of the lake up to a town called Cacao. I think I'm saying it right. And then you're off the pavement for 18 miles into this campsite called Cohen's Cove West, where we were able to leave Patrick's truck. And then we got shuttled across with our gator, with his boat. And we had a nice isolated campsite, beautiful spot. And it was a good time. We had fun, and it's been a long time since we all got together, and we boated around and went swimming, and we ate good and had a few drinks too. It was good. It was a nice time. And Saturday morning, the loons were unbelievable. They're singing a song, and in that lake, everything echoes like unbelievable. So I was swimming. I jumped right in the lake when I woke up Saturday morning, and the water was perfect. It was like almost bath water. It was great. Stayed in the water for an hour, just listening to the loons at like 5 in the morning. It was so beautiful. Anybody who's never been to Moosehead Lake, take the time to go up there and check it out. There's plenty to do up there, and the people are so nice. We've never had a problem going up there with anybody. Everyone's helpful, and it's one of the most beautiful places I know around God's country. So we had fun. The weather was good. So this time last week, I think I was probably swimming in Moosehead Lake at 7:30. Couldn't get the show because I didn't have much. We had no way to charge our phones, being an isolated campsite, and we didn't have a charger for So note to self: bring a cell phone charger next time. So I missed the show. I couldn't even listen to it either. But I checked it out later on Facebook, and you did a really good job by yourself.
Thank you.
So yeah, I had fun. Thanks for asking. It was a good time. It's absolutely beautiful. Moxie Falls is a place you can check out on the way back or the way up. It's on 201. That's north of Moscow. It's a beautiful waterfall. It's like a half-a-mile hike in. And then you drive by those birdhouses I was mentioning earlier, the wall of the birdhouses. So it's really nice up there.
All right. Thank you, Don, for talking about
that's cool.
Talking about that. I wanted to ask you about that because
I gotta get you up there. We gotta go up there, and
yeah.
I gotta show you that area. It's absolutely beautiful.
All right, sports, real quick. So there was some different events going on with sports. Middleboro, the Little League, wins Section 2 title. They are advancing to the state final. They defeated Taunton? Yeah, Taunton. 6-0. They recorded 12 strikeouts in the game, only giving up a hit. So they have done very, very good. They did very, very good against Taunton. They're now advancing to the state's Final Four, which begins play at Gloucester on Thursday. And that will be another round robin tournament with every team playing the other 3 teams, and then the best 2 facing off in the final. The state champion will advance to the New England Regional, which will be held in Connecticut. And if you win the regional, I believe you get a shot at the Little League World Series as well. So that is exciting for Middleboro. They're one step closer to getting to that regional. So now they have to win the state. If they win the state, they go to the region. They win the region. I think they punch their ticket into the Little League World Series, which is exciting. So congratulations to Middleboro, and good luck on their next couple of games. Don, what's your thought about this, real quick?
That's awesome that Middleboro might be in the World Series. All that was canceled last year, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
I assume it was. Last August, it was pretty hot out there, you know.
Yeah,
so
I'm not 100% sure.
So it's good that hopefully they'll be able to get it. Other than that, they got a really good team, and so that's awesome. Hopefully, maybe you could try to reach out to the coach or something like that and get an interview. That'd be ideal, huh?
Absolutely, I'd love to do that.
That'd be a good homework assignment for you to try to get in touch with the coaches. Maybe
I'd love to do that. Maybe for a Sunday in the future.
Maybe get on this week. Or
maybe
whatever.
even this Sunday.
Well, whatever.
Or Thursday.
Well, reach out.
The day of the start of the.
Try to reach out to the coach and maybe try to get somebody to call in next week. That'd be ideal. This would be a good platform anyway. This show.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as Middleborough show, so that'd be ideal. And the Middleborough team might make the World Series. That'd be something, huh?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what's that? It's worldwide. It's not nationwide. It's worldwide.
Yeah. With the Little League World Series, a lot of countries.
They don't call it World Series for nothing.
Yes, a lot of countries are involved.
Yeah.
And it's really an interesting tournament.
That definitely puts Middleborough on the map.
It does.
They're on the map a lot for some reason. There's a lot of talent in this town. This town has a lot going on.
So yeah, they're
Middleborough and Taunton too.
Yeah, they're one step closer.
This whole area, as Paul would say, what's he say? Cranberry.
The Cranberry Country.
Cranberry Country.
Yeah. Yep. So
this
is definitely an exciting time for Middleborough. They're one step closer. So.
Yeah. No.
Okay, Olympics. What we're gonna do with this is every week we're gonna talk about different countries and how many medals they have. I think this week I'll mention about Canada. Canada is a team to watch this year. So far, it looks like they have 2 silver medals. currently. So they are tied. Oh well, they're 15th in the medal ranking, the medal count right now. They're also with some other teams as well that are tied over there in that middle of the pack. Well, not middle of the pack, but towards the top 20. Another big one to watch is Japan. They are second place. They have 5 gold medals. And they have 1 silver medal. So they have 6 medals. And that is tied when it comes to gold medals with China, who has 5 and 1 silver and 3 bronze. And they lead. They lead the medal count here. This is the first week of the Olympics, so events are still going on. And there's some other teams that are in the top 7, the top 8. Some of them that are surprising a little bit too. But yeah, so every week we will talk about this, the medal count. Every single week we'll talk about it. We'll mention different countries. So maybe one week we'll mention USA, Iceland, or maybe Ireland. One week, it will rotate. We'll just mention different teams with the Olympics. So this is going to be an interesting couple of weeks with the Olympics. And China is off to a good start. All right, the Red Sox, like I mentioned earlier, the Red Sox are currently in a series with the Yankees. They finish it off this afternoon, unless it rains. I don't think it'll really affect. I don't think it'll affect unless it is heavy rain. I don't think it will affect the game. So they finish off that series, and then they face the Blue Jays and then the Rays. So like I said, the AL East is who they're facing the next couple of weeks. Other than the Tigers, they have a 3-game series with the Tigers. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks for the Red Sox. If they're able to do very, very well in this next couple of weeks, they could definitely sew up the AL East, which would be a huge thing for them to do. They have 60 wins right now. So that is they're surpassing 60 wins right now, so that is very good for them. And real quick, let's mention New England Revolution. Tonight they face off against Montreal. I believe that is a home game. So they will face off tonight. And then this upcoming Saturday they face their rivals, the New York Red Bulls. That will finish off the month of July. The Revolution are playing pretty good soccer right now. They are very, very good. Sometimes, in some of the games, they're a little off here and there. Like the Atlanta game from a week or so ago. They didn't play their best soccer, but they did win. That's all that matters. During the regular season, sometimes you don't play 100%, but if you get the win, that's what matters for the standings. The Bruins run into this quite a bit sometimes too. They sometimes struggle, but they still win games. They struggle during the games, but they still win the games late and get points. And this is important. You win games however you can. And it's important for the Revolution to do that too. But it's also important for when the playoff time comes, for them to tighten up their game and to play lights out, which I feel that they will do. I feel that they will do that once playoff time comes. I really do. New England Revolution is a very, very good team. All right, so that is your sports segment. It is 7:44. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we are going to talk about the summer concerts in Middleboro. And there are 2 separate summer concerts that are taking place this summer. One at Soul Homestead and the other at Town Hall. We're going to talk about both. We'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review. Today is the 25th of July.
Give me a minute. I want to talk about the middleboro law.
We'll do that when we come back. Yeah. Do that when we come back, okay? No biggie. We'll do that when we come back. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Are you trying to get a hold of these people?
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Fun runs. Summer fun runs. How about that? I think I'm going to talk about the food pantry next week. Talk about the food pantry next week because that's not till the 17th.
17th of August?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about the food pantry next week. I'll talk about the blood drive next week too. So I don't have enough time.
Well, you're still playing the commercials for the food pantry, right?
Yes. I don't have enough time to talk about some of these events.
Anybody else doing anything or just Paul?
I think it's just Paul.
I gotta get Scott Nolan on a call, see how he's doing. He's kind of quiet on Facebook.
I think I just saw something that he posted recently.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it was yesterday or this morning. I don't know. I just logged on to Facebook this morning. I don't go on Facebook that often.
I haven't seen it.
So I'm not sure. I want to get the I would like to get the I want to get that up. The Today in History. Talk a little bit about that too. A few minutes early. Because I think there's a few of them that I want to go into a little bit of detail on. It's Doomer's War. Yeah. Alright. 45 miles off Kentucky Island. Okay, that's a good one. Henry Knox. Birthday. Maria Weston Chaplin. Birthday. Johnny Hodges' birthday.
Oh, what about what?
I'm not adding that. I'm not gonna add.
What about what Mick said?
I'm not gonna add.
The guy from Cambridge,
like Matt LeBlanc.
No, not Matt LeBlanc. What was it?
What's his name? I don't know.
Yeah, talk to him about him. He's from Cambridge.
I don't remember his name.
I got it.
Did you mention it?
No, you do it. Yeah,
you mentioned it.
Yeah, it's this guy.
No, Johnny Hodges. Yeah, I got it. I got that.
You got that? Oh.
Yeah, I got Johnny Hodges. I just said I had Johnny Hodges.
I didn't hear it. I don't know. This guy call you back? You gotta know the ads of this guy.
I gotta contact him. I gotta talk to him somehow.
You gotta update that ad.
I do. I gotta update Food Pantry too. I gotta update Food Pantry next month.
Maybe get him. I don't know. Maybe get him in the studio.
Yeah.
For next month.
Veteran shows. Gotta get him in the studio too. So.
No, I'm talking about Ray.
Oh, Ray? Yeah. I'm gonna soon. I'm trying to see if I can contact him at some point.
Meet us here.
All right. Let's see here. What do we got? All right. Okay, so we got that. Okay, good. Excuse me. And we're back here on Middleboro in review. Today, again, the 25th of July. We have 11 minutes left. We are going to flip it over to Don for a minute.
Yeah, again, I can't stress this enough about the move over law as far as moving over for emergency vehicles, state police, fire, even the DPW working on the side of the highways with their lights on. And it's a really good idea to move over if someone has a flat. In particular, there's an area on Route 3 that I want to make everyone aware of because it seems like you sneak up on it. The Jones River Bridge on Route 3 on the northbound, and they working on the southbound side, but in the morning, I head that way. I go down 44 and I jump on Route 3. And right past, the 3A exit in Kingston, I don't know the numbers anymore because they changed them. So I don't know the exit number, but you got Rocky Nook, and then you have the 3A, and then heading north, you go over those bridges, and one's the Jones River Bridge, and they're working on it. State police, and there's a contractor there. And there's a curve there, and no one thinks about getting over. You kind of sneak up on it. So just keep that in mind to try to be in the left-hand lane prior to that bridge in Kingston. It's the Jones River Bridge on the northbound side of Route 3. Or try to remember to give somebody time to get in front of you because they're working there. They've been working there for a couple months, and I always find out there's a gridlock. It's tight there, and nobody gives anybody a chance to get in the left-hand lane, or people don't slow down enough. If I can't get in the left-hand lane, I slow down. I put my flashes on, and I just cruise on by slowly. But the move over law is very important. You want the people working on the side of the highway, the construction, the state police, the fire, all the EMT people. You want them to go home. You don't want to hit them. You don't want to be that guy who hits, or woman who hits somebody because they didn't slow down, or there was an accident. You always hear of accidents around emergency vehicles and construction because it gets too clogged up. The guy in the left hand doesn't give someone a break. Just if you see it, just slow down enough and just think about the guy who needs to get in the left-hand lane in front of you. Okay? If they're not paying attention, you're gonna happen upon it, and then you're gonna be on it before you know it. But that stretch of Route 3, Jones River Bridge, that's what I call it, Route 3. It goes over the Jones River in Kingston. Just look out for that because they've been working there, and it always gets a little tight.
Thank you, Don.
You got it.
All right, summer fun runs are back. We've been talking about this with Jim DuPont every week. In Raynham, they're going to be Mondays through August, 6:30 p.m. start. Sign up at Raynham Park and Rec parking lot. That is at 2254 King Philip Street, just off of Route 104, South Main Street. $2 fee weekly. No checks or credit cards. 3.3 mile loop, sidewalks, and breakdown lane, mostly flat with one slight hill. Mile splits and turns are marked. Official times posted at racewire.com. Info on Facebook and colonialrunners.org. Sponsored by the Colonial Roadrunners Club. So, Mondays through August. Go out and go to this summer fun run. It's a really fun event, and Jim's been talking about it every week.
He wants you to go and help him put out water. He mentioned that, so you got to get your butt over there and help, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
To go and help him out, pan out water. He mentioned that. Maybe we could go there together some Monday. Maybe not this Monday, but next Monday we'll. Because he mentioned that you know, even if you don't run, you can help.
Yeah.
And he was real vocal about that. And sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like it's a stress-free environment as far as running and having a good time and seeing people and exercising, I guess. But that's good. He's talking about it. You're talking about it. It's right up the street, folks, right?
Yes. Also, what's right up the street is the town hall. And also, So Homestead. two places that are going to have a great lineup of summer concerts this year. Yesterday, So Homestead had Riley Coyote, and others will be announced
We've seen them
as
before.
well.
Remember that?
What?
Raleigh Coyote.
Yeah.
We've seen them.
Yes.
Right.
So, yes, they
great.
have some great bands. So does the Town Hall. They've had, let me look here. So far, they've had bands like Miracle Max and Otto's Underground. Otto's Underground played again this year, last Thursday. Next Thursday, there'll be another concert. Doesn't say who it's going to be, I don't think. No, it doesn't say here. But, usually that information will be out by Thursday, and I will mention it on Thursday's show, Middleboro Matters. So, go out to those concerts as well, if you have a chance to, on Thursdays and on, I believe the other ones are on Saturdays.
And then you got the Friends of Middleboro, who, they have water, popcorn, and snacks.
Yeah.
They work very hard.
Yeah.
And they're pretty... it's good to have it. You get yourself some popcorn or some snacks or something to drink, a soda or a bottle of water. And it's a great place to see a show.
And Soul Homestead usually has an opportunity to buy the performer's music. I have bought some of performers who have played in the past's music that have played at Soul Homestead. Bands like Cold Chocolate. Not Cold Chocolate.
Cold chocolate? Yeah.
Cold Chocolate, I think it's called.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, I think they're called Cold Chocolate.
Yeah.
They are good.
Yeah.
They're very good. There's another one, I forget his name.
These are pretty professional bands, too, who play in clubs and stuff, too. And they're well known. And they play all over the place. And now that things are opening up, people are starting to get a feel for... The pandemic went on so long that people aren't really... They're kind of taking a while to get back in the swing of things. And people are trying to be careful, too.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a while for everything to be back to normal. Because I want to say everything's back to normal now. Not 100%.
Yeah.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. But it's good that these artists are getting out and playing and doing their thing. Because it's... and, it's funny, too, because there's a player that me and Joey really enjoy. His name's Glenn Hughes. And he's in all these different bands. And his new project... the album's so good because they had so much time to work on the album. So they tweaked the album in the studio during the pandemic, and they made it perfect. They made a picture perfect album. So I think a lot of artists are coming out had all this time, and anybody who's good was working on something spectacular, something really good as far as music, and so in a way. I think you get a lot of these artists and singers and bands that can come out better than ever. Don't you think, Joe?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting time for music. There's so many bands that are now getting back into the swing of things. Some of our favorite metal bands are getting back into the swing of things. One in particular just announced an album that is going to be coming out in September, which I'm excited for. So, a lot of bands are getting back into the swing of things. All right, today in history, real quick. 1722, Doomer's War begins along the Maine-Massachusetts border. 1956, 45 miles south of Nantucket Island, the Italian ocean liner SS Andrea Doria collides with the MS Stockholm in heavy fog and sinks the next day. That is 45 miles off of Nantucket Island. It killed 51 people on this day in 1956. 1750, Henry Knox's birthday today. He was the first United States Secretary of War under George Washington. Maria Weston Chapman, who is an American abolitionist. She was born in Weymouth, Massachusetts. So she's a famous abolitionist. Johnny Hodges, born on this day in 1906, famous alto saxophonist, best known for his work with Duke Ellington's big band and some other big things as well. Big name in the 40s. And he is from Cambridge. And then we lost today, 1 year ago today, Peter Green, a great English blues guitarist, singer, songwriter, and founder of Fleetwood Mac. Just a great musician who we lost on this day in 2020, 1 year ago today. All right, 7:59. So that'll do it pretty much for today's...
What are we going to do with that minute?
Well, it's 8 o'clock, so we can't do anything. I was going to ask you what you think about Peter Green, his music.
I really don't know, but you know who likes...
But we can't talk about it now. It's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
So we got to go.
All right. Next week.
Yeah, I'll talk about it next week. Again, Fleetwood Mac's great. And rest in peace, Peter Green. 1 year ago today. All right, we'll be back next week. October, no.
Yeah, October.
August.
October, you good. Saturday,
August
October,
1st.
Right? Yay.
August 1st. I was only 2 months off. August 1st. 2021. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Summer.
Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, boy. Bye-bye, everybody.